And the United States Congress is stepping down after 15 years in the House of Representatives. That means Kentucky's 3rd district seat, held by Representative John Yarmuth, is up for grabs. Democrat Morgan McGarvey and Republican Stuart Ray are working to fill it. We are on your side, asking them about their platforms. Instead of the typical candidate interview, we wanted to do something different. You know, I like to sit down and have conversation with people, and that's what we did. Only in this case, we did it over coffee. Wanted to hear them talk about their backgrounds and vision for Kentucky. Perhaps the most effective way to learn about a person.
Have grown my family, have 5 kids, married to my wife Michelle for 25 years, so I'm a Louisville kid.
Is to simply sit down and have a conversation with them. In this case, over coffee.
I think that work of working with people, staying true to who you are, is how to be a legislator.
Sitting comfortably inside the Brew and Sip Coffee Bar at 5th and Broadway, Republican Stuart Ray, a conservative businessman, and Democrat Morgan McGarvey, the state's Senate Minority Leader, talked through their respective plans and visions for the Commonwealth should Kentucky voters decide to send them to Washington.
I'm going to go to Washington, I'm going to stand up and fight for people. I'm going to stay true to my values, and I'm going to work to get things done. And I have a 10-year record to prove that that's how I handle myself in office.
And I feel like Louisville deserves a change. Things haven't changed for the better in the last 16 years. They certainly haven't changed for the better in the last 4 or 5 years. So Congress can have significant impact in its district, and I want to bring that impact to Louisville.
The issues are many: public health, safety, government spending, women's rights, education, and the list goes on. And both assert they are ready to tackle them.
I think there's some good things happening. I just think there's a lot more work that needs to be done. Yes, we have to codify Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court, I think, overreached in its decision, taking rights away from women. We see the extreme and cruel consequences that has in Kentucky, where no woman can terminate her pregnancy even if she is a victim of rape or incest. That's way too extreme. We've got to change that for everybody across the country.
As far as future spending and what I could accomplish is, we can't pass any additional spending, and we have to shrink the size of government and stimulate the economy. So I know those might come across as vague, but those would be bills and policies and procedures that I would support in Congress in Washington.
I think it's important, though, for Kentucky to have a Democratic voice in Washington. Someone who really is looking to lower the cost of prescription drugs, someone who's looking to make life a little bit easier for working families, to make sure that people have health care, to look at redoing the education so it truly benefits everybody in this country. It's a job that I take seriously, and it's a job I think I'm ready for, given my experience as the Democratic leader of the state Senate.
I want to move things forward for Louisville, Kentucky. It's been 16 years of the past control from my opponent's side, from John Yarmuth's side, and my opponent who I'm running against. I consider that he would be very similar to Congressman Yarmuth, and I feel like Louisville deserves a change.
I'll tell you, this is just these were just parts of my conversations with Stuart Ray and Morgan McGarvey. You can find both in their entirety streaming now on the WHAS 11 Plus app. It's free to download on your Amazon Fire Stick or your Roku. When you open up the app, when you click on it and it opens up, all you have to do is click on the News tab, and you'll see our Election 2022 video carousel.